Hi everyone, my name is Lucky, product consultant from Manage Engine. In this video, I'm going to share some challenges faced by financial institutions and how AD Audit Plus helps to overcome those challenges. Financial institutions form the backbone of our industrialized world, delivering a vast amount of services to consumers and businesses. With trillions of dollars exchanging hands daily, they depend heavily on information technology system, and any disruption to these critical systems would result in loss of business and reputation. Thus makes the financial institution an obvious target for cybercrime. At worst, cybercriminals are adopting new technologies, increasing their coordination, becoming more sophisticated. They're compromising more sensitive information from accounts, credit card data to personally identifiable information. And according to Verizon Data Breach Investigation Report, about 72% of security incidents in the financial sector fall under these three key patterns: privilege abuse, number one, denial of service, and then number three, application specific attack or exploiting these service accounts. In addition to these key incidents, are involved with nearly 36% of insider threats. With that said, yes, Active Directory is a key application for maintaining business standardization because it acts as a window in an organization's IT activities and policies. So it must be protected in order to ensure corporate integrity and compliance. So in this video, we'll explore how AD Audit Plus helps financial institutions in mitigating threats and comply with several regulations such as SOX, PCI DSS, FISMA, etc. So the first point that we're going to cover today would be privilege abuse and denial of service. Privileges are important native security control in Windows as they grant rights for accounts to perform privileged operations within the system. We as a defenders, if understand privileges, then and how attackers may abuse them, then we can enhance the detection, reduce the attack surface. The challenge here is to properly identify, avoid abuse, and perform audit trial for every changes in Active Directory. If not, that leads to either denial of service or privilege escalation. AD Audit Plus provides substantial evidence for abuse of privileges in Active Directory. So the first most important report that we are going to cover today would be administrative user action, one of the most important PCI compliance specific report, where you can add a user who is an administrator or a group where these admins are, or an OU where these admins are, and then you can audit all the changes performed by this administrator under all the object category in Active Directory with answers for the four vital W's in the change auditing environment. Who did, what action, from where, and when. So these four W's would be answered in this report of AD Audit Plus. And not only administrative user action is one of the most important, the next lateral movement would be members added and removed from security groups. So obviously the next activity what they're going to perform is going to add a user to a privileged group without the knowledge of an administrator. So if such activity is happening in an environment, AD Audit could capture that in real time and get a report with a user-friendly view, and also send you an email notification or an SMS notification right away. So AD Audit has pre-configured alert profiles, and you can select one from that list, or you can even customize one. So I'm selecting modified admin groups here, which is going to include the default list of admin groups available in an environment. And you can even add the custom admin groups which are created in your organization to this list. So once it's been added, you can set up an email and an SMS notification along with a reactive measure. A reactive measure is nothing but by executing a script to take up a small reactive measure when such activity is happening in an organization. By taking up this small reactive measure, we could stop the data exfiltration in a proactive way. When I say about data, yes, AD Audit Plus does audit the file activity changes as well. Most important would be permission changes on files, another abuse of privilege. When someone's been added or removed from a specific folder, And any permissions for a specific user that's been added or removed for this specific folder could be monitored, and we could get notifications with the update of what type of ACE value that's been modified on that specific folder. And AD audit also showcases the old and new value just for the admins to know what was the previous value set up on that specific folder. So with that said, the last portion that we have today would be exploiting the service accounts. I know the service account is not relatively an interactive account that is used to run, it is a non-interactive account that used to run services or an application. They are not administrative accounts though, but they do have special access to computers, applications, and data, which make them a significant target for these attackers. So we need to keep an eye on all these service accounts. So with AD audit, you have an option for customization. Let's take a scenario here. We need to treat all these service accounts differently from other accounts because they're not associated with users. For an example, setting up a password expiration policy for service accounts is difficult as when a password reset or change attempt is made. That might break the application linked with the service accounts too. So we have to isolate and keep an eye on all the changes made to these service accounts with instant notification. So here in AD Audit, we get to create a custom report, putting up a report name and a description, and the category of report, password changes and reset. And in the next screen, the tool provides an option to add the users. So here, I'm going to add the list of users are being saved in a specific OU in my environment as service accounts. And I get an option to enable a scheduler right away where I can run it on an hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly basis for a regular audit trial, which has been sent directly to my inbox without any user's intervention. Finally, a successful implementation of audit trial would enlarge the possibility of threat mitigation and boost the quality of compliances. And thank you everyone for listening to this particular financial institution challenges. And if you have any questions or if you need to know more about AD Audit, I kindly request you to drop in an email to support@adauditplus.com. Thank you very much.